Hey fam, I hope you all have been okay. Great to see you here once again. If you're part of the family, welcome back. And if you just stumbled upon this channel, consider subscribing. That way, you'll become part of our beautiful family. Thank you so much to those of you that watch, comment, like, share, subscribe to the channel. That keeps me going. I'll never stop appreciating you all. So thank you. Well, in today's, we are going to react on a certain video that I stumbled upon on the internet. So let's watch a clip, come back and talk about it.
My brothers and sisters in South Africa, I want to urge you to stop blaming your brothers and sisters in Nigeria and from Zimbabwe for your hardships and for your economic woes and the problems facing your country. It is not the fault of your fellow African brothers. The problem that you encounter is caused by people who look like me, people who have this fair white skin. They are the cause of your problems, as they always have been. For it was white people who colonialized your land, it was white people who stole your resources, and it was your white people who enslaved you into a system of apartheid. So do not blame your brothers and sisters, but look to apportion the blame where it really lies. Now, this is not to demonize all white South Africans, and in my times in traveling in your country, I have recognized that things have changed and that the younger generations of people of European origin are nowhere near as bigoted as their fathers and their grandfathers. Things are changing and people do have more progressive attitudes. However, it is those people living on their farms who stole your land who are the problem, and not your Nigerian and Zimbabwean brothers and sisters.
Julius Malema once said that if you're still unemployed with your borders closed, you will still be unemployed with your borders open. With that being said, let's open our eyes so we address the real thing. If this guy right here, he recognizes that the reason as to why you Black South Africans are in the position you are in right now because of people like him that colonized you, people like him that own 79% of the private land. Land in Africa is our wealth. If somebody takes your land, they are taking your wealth. Africa is blessed with fertile land, and we are people of the land. We are people of the soil. We know how to cultivate that land. I know we're still capable and we have so many talents and we can do other things. But if somebody snatches and steals and loots and takes your land, they have literally taken something like 90% of your resources. Brothers and sisters, it's not Nigeria that is in charge of your diamond mines. It's not Zimbabweans that are in charge of your coal and gold and iron ore. It's your enslavers that own these huge, potentious minerals that are supposed to be owned by your own people. It's not these brothers. These brothers are just looking for small opportunities, very little money. But if they are there legally and they are doing businesses legally, why do you direct your eyes and you literally intentionally shun your eyes from blaming the right people? And you come for these people that are very, very hardworking, that are just looking to make a living and support their families like you guys. The people that are taking everything, all the gold, all the coal, all the diamond, the oil, iron ores, are your enslavers. They're the ones that you're supposed to be talking about and telling they do not belong. I don't know, maybe you have come to a conclusion that this is our fate. We are supposed to live with them. They are not going to go anywhere. But let's not at least turn bitter towards our brothers and sisters that are as struggling as we are as well. It saddens me when I hear that literally 72% of the private farmland is owned by white European people in a country that was initially supposed to be for black people. I am asking myself, why in the world when apartheid stopped, these people still stayed? These people had to leave, but these people literally stayed in the country and they are still oppressing our people. Let me tell you, the tactic is always divide them and rule them. So because of that, South Africans are directing guns towards the wrong people. They are brothers. Let me tell you this about Nigerians, and everybody knows that. These are ambitious brothers. Whenever they spot an opportunity, they will go in that country and make a living for themselves. I don't know why it is in the DNA of black people to be very jealous of people that are doing better than us. We always want them to be in the same position that we are in. When Nigerians come to South Africa or to any country, the first thing they are going to do is to spot an opportunity. And once they do that, they are going to work their butts off to make sure that their efforts pay off. And I know some people are jealous because of that. Did you ask yourself why some people are very, very jealous of Nigerians? Because they are hardworking. I am not saying all of them are perfect. Of course, there are those, being weavers. We call them being weavers, kawukumi in my country. You know, they are always there, but not all of them. Most of them have worked their butts off to make sure they are in that position where they are at. But one thing that the white Europeans have made sure they maintain in Africa is telling us, hey, look, your brother is doing better. You're supposed to be where he's at. You're supposed to be taking that one that he's taking is supposed to be yours. But they are blindfold you to forget that where they are is actually where you're supposed to be, because what they have right now is supposed to be yours. So now the divide and rule thing, I don't know why we Africans don't open our minds to actually see all your politics, all the resources, the economy and everything, the huge businesses that are in there, all of them are owned by your enslavers, your colonizers, the imperialists. They are still seated in that country. They are still looting and taking each and everything away from you. So your eyes are supposed to be addressing the elephant in the house, not your own people that look exactly like you. Because in all history of Africa, we have been migrating from one place to another. We have been thriving and prospering and living in harmony with each other. These people have made it difficult for us to thrive with each other because they know it is so easy to rule and control people that are not united than controlling people that are united and standing on one common ground. Now, if in 2024, South Africa still has an only white city where only white people are allowed to go there, you can't tell me your own brothers, the Nigerians and Ghanaians, and maybe other people from other countries, Zimbabweans. You can tell me they are the people that are stopping you from having what you're supposed to be having. You are directing your anger towards the wrong people. Our own people are suffering like we are. That's the reality. The people that you're mad about, the people that you want to push out of your countries, they are suffering because of the same enslavers. They don't have the same opportunities in their countries because of the same enslavers that are still seated and ruling and controlling the resources in your country. Same thing in America. The people that are oppressing them, the police brutality and all of that, the unequal opportunities, the unemployment and all of that, it's all coming from one system of one European enslaver. But we forget to put our targets towards them and driving them away and telling them, hey, it's enough. This is happening all over Africa. In Namibia, majority of the land is owned by the Germans. And they have the nerves to tell them, oh, you can't claim anything. This belongs to us. It does not belong to you. It belongs to the indigenous people that you found in that land. I don't know who gives these people audacity to come, kidnap, loot, and take things away from people and make them feel bad of why they are in that situation, calling them lazy. No, they are not lazy. You have controlled all the means of production, all the resources that are supposed to be used by the indigenous people. South Africa and Nigeria had such a tight connection. The same brothers that were number one in helping the South Africans in fighting apartheid, now they are the same people that are seen as evil. They are not your worst enemies. Your worst enemies are amongst you South Africans. I keep saying this over and over again, that we are not our own enemies. Our enemy is seated right next to us, telling us, look, this one is doing this. Look, this one is trying to take this one away from you. But the majority of the riches are all owned by these people. So in this 21st century, we do not have any time to keep dividing and fighting each other. The reality is, they have a history in Europe. We don't have a history in Europe. South Africans have no history in Europe. If all goes bad, South Africans have nowhere to go. These people have somewhere they can go. They came from somewhere and they can definitely go back and be welcomed. But you, where are you going to go? That's your land. That's all you have known. It's time for the government of South Africa to take control, because I see they say it's the black government that is ruling, but in reality, is it the one that is ruling when people are still complaining, when people are still suffering from unemployment? Their children are going to school because of your resources. Their families, they are all benefiting off the wealth that is supposed to be for you. You work for them, you satisfy them, and provide the comfort of life through your resources, and they are enjoying while you guys are impoverished, while you guys are still struggling. You're the same people that are funding their ways of living. You're the same people that are providing them with the lands that they have. You're the same people that are helping them with everything that they have. Whatever you do in that country, if you chase your own people away, because let me tell you, a Nigerian wouldn't have any problem with employing a South African. I keep saying that if our people that look exactly like us, they are in power, in positions of power, running businesses and establishing wealth in these countries, they will not be stopped from giving you the jobs and helping you to elevate your lifestyles. But because we are still so colonized in the mind, we put our efforts into the wrong things and leave the people that are benefiting off your generational wealth. That land that was given to you by your ancestors, that land, South Africans, where so many of your brothers, your sisters, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your fathers and mothers shed their blood on. That land is supposed to be yours. And if people that look like you are in that country, they are supposed to be helping you to prosper. It is time for you guys to direct your guns towards the right people. We still have the same systems. When you go in Kenya, there is still that system running of the enslavers. And now they are thinking of bringing their headquarters to Kenya. You think it's because they love us so much? They don't. I know a lot of people would come out and say, oh, why are you talking about these things? Leave us alone. We are okay. Mind about your business. That's how we have been kept under slavery for the longest. because they told you it is okay for you to tell your fellow Black people that are trying to speak about these things that they should mind their business. I know if you notice something wrong happening our side, you as our brothers also have every right to speak about the injustices we might be going through. Whatever concerns a Black person, it concerns me. Whatever concerns like an African person on the continent, it concerns me, because we are one. You remember Ubuntu? I will always stand on the spirit of Ubuntu. You are because I am. South Africans, are you there? But anyways, guys, what do you think of the video? Let me know of what you think with your comments, with your likes, with your shares. Please subscribe. We are about to hit 1K subs. I mean, I know we are still at 500, but we are getting there. So thank you so much. I will see you in another video. Bye bye.